I decided to make this mini series because before I came to Korea, I looked high and low for people that had already been here, specifically Black people that had already been here, and it was a struggle. And so I decided to make this mini series just to help some people out, just to give a perspective of my experience, because I wanted something like this to sit and watch to prepare myself before I came to this beautiful country. So first I want to tell you about my decision coming to Korea. I was already a teacher back in the States. I decided to teach abroad in 2019, probably like November-ish. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Because half of the battle is saying that you're gonna actually do it. And so I woke up and I said, I'm gonna do it. And so I started to look into how to apply to places. I asked some people exactly how to do that. And I was already teaching ESL to adults already. So I figured like, you know, this could be a good experience, a good opportunity. I get to travel, I get to live in another country, I get to see what another school system is like, what other children are like. It was gonna be perfect. And so I started my hunt, and just with a quick Google search, you can find different teaching recruiters. So I searched and I came up with Corvia. Corvia's good. I also ran across Teach Away, and the one that I really love that got me here today is Teaching Nomad. Teaching Nomad is amazing. They have been very helpful with me and patient with me since I started this journey in 2019. So apply to Teaching Nomad. Well, not applied, it's a recruiter. So you sign up and then they give you a list of jobs that match your criteria, and then you apply to those jobs. And then once you apply, the schools decide, oh yes, we want to move forward, or we don't, and then you go from there. So I believe like February 2020, a school in China reached out to me and they said, hey, we're interested, can you interview? And I interviewed, and I'm pretty sure it was February. I'm gonna give you guys the exact date, but February 2020. Interview with the school, it was absolutely amazing. They offered me a contract probably within 2 weeks. And it was everything I wanted. It was perfect, absolutely perfect. And then a pandemic hit. Mid-March, I want to say the pandemic really went full force on us, 2020. So at that point, nobody really understood what the pandemic was, what was going to happen with it. You know, we thought that it was going to be done in a couple of weeks or so. And I didn't understand the implications that had on my contract. About July of 2020, the school that I had signed a contract with in China, in Beijing, China, they reached out and said, hey, like, you know, in so many words, you can cancel your contract, but we're not gonna cancel it. And so I'm still excited about the whole thought, you know. And I said, no, like, cancel? Why would I cancel? I'm gonna keep my contract. And I kept my contract. About the end of July, I wanna say, they finally reached out to me and said, hey, things aren't getting better. The Chinese embassy is not open. It's not looking like it's going to open. And so therefore, we're currently not allowing any visitors without visas into the country. And we're gonna cancel your contract. And they canceled it. So I reached back out to Teaching Nomad, my recruiter. I want to go overseas. I'm not stopping until I go overseas. And they said, okay, well, the only country that's really allowing visitors right now is South Korea. I wanna do this, so, you know, give me something in South Korea, let's look. And she found some jobs and she sent them to me. And I came across one. And at the time, I did not know that it was a HAGWON. But I was so excited and enthralled in the idea of becoming a teacher in another country that I just dismissed what kind of teaching environment or what kind of school I would be in. So I did not interview with anybody now that I think about it. I sent a video introduction and my resume and they hired me. I signed a generic contract about August. I think I signed a generic contract. So coronavirus was still picking up at the time, and I was going through the same thing. The Korean embassy is closed. The country is also not allowing visitors to come in, and you have to wait. And I waited August, September, October, November. About November, I was restless. I needed to move on with my life. I did not want to wait any longer. But God works in mysterious ways. December, my recruiter, she messaged me and said, hey, you can go to the embassy now. Everything happened from December to January, December to February, everything happened very fast. December, I got my contract, I signed my contract. January, I finally, with the holidays and everything, it was hard for me to get to the embassy and to actually apply for my visa. Super simple process, very, very easy, but just scheduling that because of Corona and things and traveling to the embassy, it was very, very difficult to do around the holidays. I finally made it to the embassy probably like towards the end of December. My visa took about 2 or 3 weeks to get. Right after I got approved for my visa, I was able to get my plane ticket. And then once you get your plane ticket, that's when you actually start to pack and think about, hey, like, I'm moving to another country. What do I have to do? What don't I have to do? What do I have to think about? And so that is what kickstarted my journey to Busan,